Hello, welcome to the Echo Tips podcast. This is episode number 52. Our topic or theme for today is going to be audio groups. A setting in your Amazon Echo called audio groups. How you can get your Echoes to play all the same music at all the same time. All right, until we get into that, we have a brief message about our podcast, and then we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. All right, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking, as I mentioned earlier, about the settings options in Amazon Echo and what's called audio groups. That's right, audio groups. Now, if you're new to our podcast, let me just briefly introduce myself. My name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill, and we're based here in Southwest Virginia. Anyhow, so audio groups. What's the purpose of audio groups? Well, if you had multiple Echoes throughout your house, you could even just have two in the same room on either side of the room. How do you get them to play music simultaneously and in synchronization? That might seem to be a challenge, but that's where audio groups come in, and that feature will be a helpful aid to you in doing that. All right, but before I get into that too much, it'd be good to press the microphone button on our Amazon Echo. That way, when I'm giving the examples or talking about this feature, we're not triggering your Amazon Echo. Okay, so locate that button on the top of your unit. It has a microphone with a slash through it. If you press it, it'll make a thump sound, and it'll turn the ring on your traditional Echoes all red on the top. That means our ears are off. If you have one with a screen on it, and the screen is facing you and you're looking at the screen, along the top edge rim of that, there should be on the far left a button that does the exact same thing. Press it, and it'll put a red bar at the bottom of the screen that tells you her ears are off as well. Okay, so I'll just give everybody a moment to do that, and then we'll press on. Okay, all right, so let's press on with audio groups. Now, how might you set this up? Well, first, you'll need to open the A-Lady app. And I'm saying that because I still have my Echo on here in the studio. You'll go to, or you could go to the website, alexa.amazon.com. Okay. alexa.amazon.com. Log in. Or you could just use the A-Lady app. And once you're in that app, you're going to need to tap on the menu button and go to settings. Now, if you're on the website, you don't have to tap the menu button. The settings is just in the left-hand column, and you'd click that. Once you're in the settings window, you're going to look down the list, and you're looking for a group. I think it even has a heading. It says audio groups. Yeah, audio groups heading. And immediately under that heading, it has a button called multi-room music. And you'll tap on multi-room music. And then in the very next page, you're in now multi-room music page. You're going to need to click on Create Group. And from there, you can pre-select a certain group, name like basement or upstairs or everywhere. Now, everywhere is the one I most traditionally would use because I want my music to play on all my Echoes that are in range of each other. So I, in this instance, have just selected everywhere. Now, once you do that, you can go down and there should be a listing of your Echoes. They're all online at the moment, and you can check the boxes of the ones that you want to be in that group name. Now, in everywhere, I just check pretty much all of them that are in range of each other. Now, I will say it's a little confusing. I have an Echo at work and an Echo at home that are on the same account. So these Echoes do need to be within proximity of each other, of basically Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, and in order to do this feature. All right, so you would do that. You would check it. And in this instance, let's say you want all the echoes in your house to play. You'd set it to an everywhere group. That's the name you would use. And then you would check all the echoes that are listed there at your home. And then you'd hit the save button or done button. Okay? Now, once you've done that, you're pretty much ready to go. We're going to do a demonstration in just a second. Now, I want to mention why they have to be in proximity to each other. And this is the way it used to work, and I think it still works, is your echoes will all try to go and play the music, but they don't really have any conscientious way to know where the other echoes are, because even if they communicate across Wi-Fi, there might be a little bit of lag time. So what they do is they use their Bluetooth to talk to each other, to synchronize to each other, so that they're all playing the music at the exact same step. So there's no out of synchronization between the music broadcasting on this echo and the one across the room. Now, the one downside of that is if you had an echo that was paired to Bluetooth speakers, like you had it hooked up to Bluetooth, like a big stereo system or something, when you play the group, it will automatically disconnect from all Bluetooth devices so that the echoes can do nothing but talk to each other and synchronize the music. So that's kind of a little bit of a downside. I would imagine you would avoid that problem if you're using an Echo Dot with the headphone jack and it was plugged into a stereo or something like that. Or one of those other Echoes I've talked about before, like the, I think it's called the Amazon Echo Input, which does something similar. All right, so anyway, now that we have an idea of how to do that, you can do this with music, the Amazon Music or Pandora, and I think likely some other audio features, but let's just give it a try. Alexa, play Elvis Presley Everywhere.
Shuffling songs by Elvis Presley, playing on the Everywhere group, on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop. Okay, now I might have threw a little wrench in the works because this is the only Echo here at the studio. My other Echoes are at home or at work. So it probably was trying to look for them for Bluetooth to synchronize, but if they had been here, it would have connected to all of them and they would have all started playing Elvis Presley in synchronization. So anyway, that gives you a little idea of how audio groups work. Feel free to play with that, get an idea how all that works. Next time, we're going to be talking about another feature of our Amazon Echo in episode 53. That's going to be the to-do and shopping lists, and that's going to be an update to how those work versus our season 1 where we talked about that as well. Until such a time, it's time to turn your microphone back on, start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program at Goodwill, signing off, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.